Hi viewers, welcome to Meghla Nurses Academy. This YouTube channel is established to enhance the knowledge of student nurses and professional nurses. This YouTube channel will be helpful to prepare for all kind of competitive examinations like MRB, RRB, MOH, NIMANS and etc. Viewers, please subscribe Meghla Nurses Academy to receive the daily updates from this channel. Now we are going to discuss MCQs on Medical Surgical Nursing Part 2 from Central Nervous System. First question, EMG is indicated for. EMG means electromyography. Option A, myasthenia gravis, a weakness and a rapid fatigue of muscles under voluntary control. Option B, carpal tunnel syndrome, a numbness and tinkling in the hand and arm caused by pinched nerve in the wrist, otherwise called as median nerve compression. Option C, stroke. It is otherwise called as CVA or cerebrovascular accident. And option D is none of the above. The right answer is option A, myasthenia gravis, because electromyography is a diagnostic procedure to assess the health of the muscle and the nerve cells that control them. So the right answer is option A, myasthenia gravis. EMG is indicated for option A, myasthenia gravis. Second question, Doll's eye test is contraindicated in. Doll's eye test is a test for the oculocephalic reflex to assess the cranial nerves 3rd and 6th in a comatose patient. Option A, meningitis, inflammation of the meninges. Option B, comatose patient, that is a coma patient. And option C, cervical spine injury. And option D is seizure. It is a sudden uncontrolled electrical disturbances in the brain. So the right answer is option C, cervical spine injury, because there is one very important contraindication of Doll's eye test is trauma of the cervical spine. So the right answer is option C, cervical spine injury. Doll's eye test is contraindicated in option C, cervical spine injury. Third question, abstract thinking, sense of humor and personality is located in which lobe of the brain? Option A, temporal lobe. Option B, parietal lobe. Option C, occipital lobe. And option D, frontal lobe. The right answer is option D, frontal lobe, because frontal lobe is one of the 4 lobes of cerebral hemisphere. It controls attention, behavior, abstract thinking, problem solving, creative thought, emotion, intellect, initiative, judgment, muscle movement, smell and personality. So the right answer is option D, frontal lobe. Abstract thinking, sense of humor and personality is located in which lobe of the brain? Option D, frontal lobe. Fourth question, earliest sign of brain disorder that the nurse to be noticed in the patient is? Option A, disorder of attention. Option B, disorder of memory. Option C, disorder of language. And option D, disorder of gait. The right answer is option A, disorder of attention, because attention disorder is the earliest sign of brain disorder. So the right answer is option A, disorder of attention. Earliest sign of brain disorder that the nurse to be noticed in the patient is option A, disorder of attention. Fifth question, inability to recognize objects and attach meaning to them is known as? Option A, akathisia, a feeling of muscle quivering, restlessness and inability to sit still. And option B, apraxia, otherwise called as difficulty with skilled movement. And option C, anosmia, also known as loss of smell. And option D is agnosia. It's a loss of the ability to identify objects or people. So the right answer is option D, agnosia. Inability to recognize objects and attach meaning to them is known as option D, agnosia. Sixth question, the hallmark of metabolic brain disorder is? Option A, loss of memory for remote events. Option B, loss of memory for recent events. Option C, acute confusion. Option D, loss of concentration. The right answer is option B, loss of memory for recent events, because People who had metabolic brain syndrome were 20% more likely to have cognitive decline on a memory, especially loss of memory of recent events. So the right answer is option B, loss of memory for recent events. The hallmark of metabolic brain disorder is option B, loss of memory for recent events. 7th question, common cause of acute confusion are option A, alcohol withdrawal and drug ingestion, option B, fever, option C, hypoxia and hypoglycemia, option D, electrolyte disorder. The right answer is option A, alcohol withdrawal and drug ingestion, because alcohol withdrawal and drug ingestion develops mood changes and confusion. So the right answer is option A, alcohol withdrawal and drug ingestion. Common cause of acute confusion are option A, alcohol withdrawal and drug ingestion. 8th question, ongoing assessment needed for confused client is option A, GCS monitoring. The Glasgow Coma Scale is a clinical scale used to reliably measure a person's level of consciousness after a brain injury. And option B, deep tendon reflex. The deep tendon reflex is used to assess the integrity of the motor system. They also provide information on condition of upper and lower motor neurons. And option C, blood test. And option D is mini mental status examination. The mini mental status examination is a commonly used set of questions for screening cognitive function. So the right answer is option D, mini mental status examination. Ongoing assessment needed for confused client is option D, mini mental status examination. 9th question, seizures occur in childhood and early adolescence is. Seizure is a sudden uncontrolled electrical disturbances in the brain. Option A, partial seizure. This partial seizure happens when unusual electrical activity affects a small area of the brain. And option B, grand mal seizure, a type of seizure that involves a loss of consciousness and violent muscle contractions. It is also called as tonic-clonic seizure. And option C, absent seizure, a type of seizure that involves brief, sudden lapses in attention. It also called as petit mal seizure. And option D, myoclonic seizure. Myoclonic seizures are characterized by brief, jerking spasm of a muscle or muscle group. So right answer is option C, absent seizure. Because absent seizures can happen in many different epilepsy syndromes of childhood and adolescence. So the right answer is option C, absent seizure. Seizures occur in childhood and early adolescence is option C, absent seizure. 10th question, classic triad of clinical manifestations of brain tumors are option A, fever, headache and vomiting. Option B, fever, headache and papilledema. Option C, headache, nausea and vomiting. Option D, loss of consciousness, headache and vomiting. The right answer is option C, headache, nausea and vomiting, because some common symptoms of brain tumors are headache, nausea and vomiting. So the right answer is option C, headache, nausea and vomiting. Classic triad of clinical manifestations of brain tumors are option C, headache, nausea and vomiting. Thank you. Thank you viewers. Thanks for watching this video. I would like to thank all the viewers and subscribers for your support and encouragement. Please subscribe Meghalanas Academy to receive the daily updates from this channel. Click the bell icon for your notification. Thank you.